Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. What happened to your leg?
Oh,
That's
That shit looks kind of. Oh, that shit looks deep.
I just cut it
Exactly.
today.
How?
I was taking the trash out at the daycare.
Yeah.
And it was
You
some
put that
glass.
mic down a little bit.
It was some glass in there. So.
Yeah. Y'all still at the same spot?
No, we back at our first spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
We still had it when, everything happened. So we just went ahead and continued the lease.
Yeah.
Kind of just happened in good timing because we was about to let go of the lease. The lease was almost up, and we just was able to go ahead and just transition back to that instead of just being completely out.
Yeah. Is this the one that you were telling me about last time I was there?
The house, yeah.
The one I said you're about to go to some other spot?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hell yeah. No, yeah, we rolling too, by the way.
Okay, I figured.
Welcome to the All For a Podcast. I'm sitting here with Ketah and Destyne, co-owners of Nova Daycare,
Yes.
right? Yeah. They are doing some good things for the children here in the area. So yeah, appreciate you guys for that. Thank you for coming on. Yeah, we hope you guys enjoy this episode.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Should we tell them kind of just how we met? Like,
We can.
yeah. So basically, I know who is Eric to you guys?
It was through your dad, and he gave us that number, and he gave us your number.
Okay, yeah.
So Eric is your dad?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know my dad?
Yeah, well, I know him as DJ Morale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eric,
Yeah.
man. No, that's kind of how him and my dad used to work together.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's how I know him. And
Your
then
dad is?
my dad's Hamdo.
Okay.
He's a truck driver too, so they used to
Okay.
do that together. And but yeah, so basically her dad hit me up and needed some electrical work. I did it for him, and then he was like, he gave me somebody else's number. I don't even think he told me it was his daughter. He might have told me, but he was like, yeah, they need some electrical work. I went over there to the daycare, and that's how we met. I know you guys were having like a lot of problems, just like with the space and all that. I don't know if you guys want to touch on that
I
a
mean,
little
we
bit,
can
just like,
touch on some, but we can't really go into detail because of legal
Yeah.
reasons. So,
or we can kind of put it on an overall, just general, like maybe just other things you go through in business, trying to start a business, like
Okay.
some
Yeah, we can
hurdles
do
or something, you know.
okay. If I had to think of one thing to say to anybody trying to start a business, I would say be ready to fully invest yourself
Hey, can you turn that fan off?
mentally, emotionally, and financially. Because the financial part, you have to really be in a good place to be able to
Right.
completely open a commercial business.
Yes.
It's
I
the
would
bottom one.
say get a lawyer to
Yep.
look over your lease, and like when you're like doing your walkthrough of any space, even down to your homes, like make sure you like go into deep depth like details, even back history of who used to own it and everything like that, because it's just like it was just a lot of things that we didn't find out until it wasn't too late, but it was kind of too late.
Yes.
And if we were, informed and knowledged by, even the owner. So it's just like, just be more mindful of everything and be careful. Don't be too fast to just jump into it because it's a good opportunity. Just do all your research. Make sure you have a good team behind you, a good support system, and you're good.
Yeah, something that we didn't even know, we just now know from experience. But you have to, with the commercial property, for you to fully be like you're okay with the property, you have to get it inspected and everything before you sign the lease. So it's money that you have to put out beforehand, and it's like a lot of money. It's thousands of dollars that you have to put out before you can even sign the lease. So that's why I say just be financially prepared if you want to just step out on faith like that. Like we doing it, we going through what we're going through, but at the end of the day, we still pushing. We have not stopped, and we know it's greater that's coming. And we got a bigger project that we're gonna do as well. It's definitely dealing with kids because kids is just what we
that's
do.
our thing.
Yeah,
Kids is our thing. Like kids is our thing. So yeah, we're working on. I think that's the greatest thing about us. Like even though we're still going through, all the legal stuff with the other one, we still kept going. Our parents still supported us. Our family still supported us. Like throughout this, we created like other ideas of how to expand other ways, and it was just really knowledgeable for how to move throughout everything, because not everybody has your best interest when it comes to this whole business world. It's a whole nother ballgame, like a whole nother.
Yeah, what is it about like working with kids that you guys like?
I just look, because they're the future. I just feel like if we can instill stuff into them that we know wanted to be instilled in us when we were younger, why not do it? And especially if you have a passion for it. And we've been best friends for a long time. And we just always, even in high school and middle school, just doing stuff with kids and the classes and all of that. So it kind of just happened. I went to college. She was still working in the field. And after I came from college, it was like we kind of just had a plan and we walked with it.
Yeah, we've been doing it since high school. Literally, like early child education classes, like
taking the babies home.
Yeah,
all
going
of that.
to like doing a little intermediate and primary tutoring. Like we've just been dealing with kids since high school. Like, and that's been like what 8-9 years now.
Yeah.
So it's just like that's just always been a passion. Then me working in the daycare, actually being in there, I was able to experience like good ones, bad ones, licensed one, unlicensed one, like just all the vibe of it. And I feel like us coming together, that's what was gonna make our daycare so different, because as a teacher, I know what I did like and didn't like, so I can be more attentive to knowing like just the little details that a teacher would appreciate versus, you know what I'm saying, somebody that don't know, like how most of these daycare owners are. They just don't know how it is to be in a teacher's perspective. So I feel like that would have been really good for us.
Yeah, and I know there's like you see videos online of just like these wild stories from different daycares that what they're doing to these kids, like crazy stuff.
We
it's
just
like,
don't understand that.
I feel like ultimately, I mean, I feel like I don't have kids, so I'll start with that. But it's like I feel like if I had kids, I'd rather like me or my wife like be with them instead of them having to go to daycare. I feel like maybe most people want that, but it's like today's world. It's like you usually got to have two people working in the household, and it's like you gotta do what you gotta do, but.
Those daycares definitely make it harder for the ones that's actually doing the right thing. Definitely. Because a lot of people are scared to send their kids to daycare, and it should not be that way. Your child should be able to come to daycare and it be like a second home.
Yes.
Like literally. Your teacher, like they should accidentally call you mom sometimes because you treat them as such. And that's how it should be.
Yeah. And I have 2 kids myself, and I said that for myself, like, I know the first daycare that I want them to go to and I want them to experience is my own. So that's something else that, like, pushed it harder. Like, they gotta get ready to go to daycare. They gotta get ready, you know what I'm saying, be in the mix with other kids and everything. So it's just like, I wanted their first experience to be somewhere where I know I'm gonna be at. I know the teachers, I personally hired them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a comfort level for me, because I was the same type of way. Like, I don't want my kids to go to daycare. I'm just gonna wait till they go to school. But it's just like, you can't. Like, you gotta get them to develop those social skills, and you know what I'm saying? Like, just be around other kids. Like, it's scary, but it's something that got to get done.
Has the pandemic like affected how daycare is run at all? Because y'all been doing this like before the pandemic, right, too?
I mean, not our daycare.
Yeah.
But others, yes. Because we weren't a large daycare. So the numbers, had to be a certain way for the commercial properties versus the in-home daycare. So it didn't really affect us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was just good. We just know how to do what we got to do.
And at the time, we actually, even though we were in a house, we had each room as a different classroom. So if they needed to be separated, it was possible, because everything was for the kids. Nothing was for personal use, like anybody's bedroom or anything like that. So
yeah, we even had a whole yoga room, like, set up for us to go meditate, and we do yoga. Like, we bring just like a whole different vibe to the whole daycare field. So it's just like,
yeah, we even do stuff on the weekends. Like, we be having camp outs and stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, this Friday we have a paint and chill. No, is it paint?
and
No,
play.
paint and play
Paint
for
and
the
play.
kids. Yeah, we actually bought an inflatable movie screen. Gonna put that up. They do that. We have a glow party at the end of the night.
What movie y'all gonna play?
I don't know. We tried
yeah, we need to do Space Jam. We didn't get to do it last
The new one?
time.
Yeah.
They
Really?
like that.
It's
All
nice, and you gotta wait till it get dark, so it's like
Yeah.
real. You can really see it. And then after that, they do a glow party. We got videos all on our pages and everything. The glow party it's ultimate. Literally,
Yeah.
we have a ball with them. We have a ball with them every
My
single
wig
time.
came off last time.
And she left it on.
And I left it off, and I left it off, and I
put
put the glow sticks in my cap. Like, things be getting crazy. Like, we be, like, that's the thing. We have so much fun with the kids. Like,
People was
that's,
coming from across the street
yes,
recording
and we was
everything.
outside, and it's that's another thing. It's like we bring people together, we bring the community together, and it's just like it's in Portsmouth. There's not a lot of things for kids to do. Like there's more clubs and more bars and more everything like that versus more daycares or more indoor things for them to do, or just somewhere for them to go versus in the house or on the streets.
I remember
so
my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. So we want to be able to make that difference inside our community because that's where we're from, and it's just like we're gonna put our little Nova mark a little bit of everywhere to change the difference and make a difference for all the kids.
Yeah, and I was gonna say I remember coming up. I used to like playing pool when I was like probably like 9-10 years old, but there was like never nowhere to play pool around here. I used to only be able to play when I go to Bosnia, like at my uncle's house. He had like a pool table. Wow. But even I feel like there's not a lot of like stuff for kids to do, like you're saying. And so how old are the kids? So they're like 4 or 5, right? Like usually the kids in daycare.
6 weeks to 12.
Yeah.
6 weeks to 12.
6 weeks of like baby infant to 12 years old.
Oh, okay. No, I was it's just crazy how like they say in like the first few years of your life, like basically what you experience like will shape like mold you for the rest of your life, like subconsciously, like you won't even know it.
Right.
I think they say within like the first 2 years, like that's like the most important stage of your life.
And really, a lot of parents, not talking down on no parents, anything like that, but they don't realize that. Because, they think, oh, that's a baby, so, they're not going to really understand. But little do they know they understand. And it means a lot when you talk to them like
and
a regular person.
Understand.
Exactly.
Like,
and
help them understand.
And like them, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Avery's actually going to school to be a therapist for children, too. So she's kind of in that field, too. Yeah, do you guys do anything as far as like on I don't want to say therapy side, like y'all giving kids therapy, but like like what are some things y'all like to like are trying to instill in these kids?
We've came even early, like I'm talking about the first week out the front gate. We've experienced like some things where it's just like, how families have situations and it's just like you're here to be a service to the kid and as well as the parent. So we do have an open door policy to where our parents can come to us and talk to us if they need anything, but we're also 100% for the kids. Like we have our kids, like we know them and we've been around them so much to where we know if they're off or is something wrong today or is something like that, and they know that they can pull one of us to the side, just let us know like how they feeling or if they just need a hug or just anything, because parents got to understand that kids have feelings, kids have emotions, they feel just like how we feel, so just don't discard them like, oh, I'm going through this, they're going through it too, like they're going through it all too. So that's something that we try to get them to like be boisterous and say how you feel.
Yeah. Are you guys like legally like obligated to like call the police, I guess, or like, you know what I'm saying? Let's see.
Are y'all mandated? I think daycare workers are mandated.
Yeah.
In Virginia.
Yes. Yeah. So if we see like an abuse problem,
yes.
we do have to call like CPS and everything like that. Yes.
Has that happened to you guys?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Another thing I was gonna say too, it's funny how like even like growing up in school, like you'll see like your teachers outside of school or something. It's weird to like imagine. It's almost like your parents. Like it's weird to imagine that your teachers have like a life outside of teaching and all that.
We're people too.
And we're young and that's.
But we have like kind of like watched what we do now, like as far as, because it's like every time we go out somewhere, like, oh, they the daycare girls, or they the girls that on the daycare. Like we can't be like, oh,
wow.
We be trying to like, we gotta go other places outside the city to act up. Like we can't do it here because it's like we gotta, keep that professionalism. So
What's some other jobs y'all had like before this?
I've just been daycare.
Oh, really?
Daycare.
Well,
okay.
Yeah. When I graduated in 18. When I graduated, I came here and I was working with her actually at daycare. I just was kind of there for the experience because I didn't have work experience in childcare, so I had to get that. Okay. So I had to get that experience to be able to know to move forward with what I was trying to do.
Oh, I did work at Wendy's, and I worked at Burger King. See, and at the bowling alley. But I've always worked at the daycare. See, the daycare was the main day job, and those jobs was like overnight and at night. But it's been strictly daycare. But I was doing them too.
Oh yeah, I worked at Texas Day Brazil. You know what that is? You know
Texas
that
where?
is? Texas Day Brazil. Then they got one in Norfolk, MacArthur Mall.
What is it though?
It's a Brazilian steakhouse.
Oh, okay.
They walk around with the meat on the stick and they shave it off at your table and all of that. I had to wear a
What's the name for
tuxedo and
that?
everything.
Is that a gyro? That ain't a gyro.
The sandwich thing.
Yeah.
They
Is
got
that the same
gyro?
thing
They
where they
ain't
like
had
shave
gyro
the meat?
meat. Like,
Okay,
I
never
mean, they
mind.
had, I guess, lamb. They had lamb chops though.
That bread. I guess. I don't know.
No, it ain't had all that.
Yeah.
What are y'all's thoughts on like letting kids use technology? Because I don't know if you heard like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs and all these people they don't let their kids use technology, like iPads and all that stuff.
I mean, we do a lot of hands-on things. Like, so technology is, if anything, we can just have a radio and we'll be good for the day. But most of everything we do is hands-on. Like, we do STEM as well. Like, she had got them a dog for them to be doing the STEM things with and everything like that.
What do you mean STEM?
She can explain that
It's
for you.
science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So pretty much you do math experiments. The dog you can talk to it and give it commands and stuff. So the kids would kind of tell the dog to do something, and if you get it right, you kind of just get rewarded for it. It was kind of like a test, kind of like just something to be interactive with. They also had the drone where they could fly it around and all of that.
I ain't even got a drone.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
We're
A lot of stuff.
definitely, even down to the LED lights. Like,
Yeah.
we even had those in like every classroom to help with like the mood, like if it's nap time purple, quiet time red, time to get ready for lunch orange or something like that. Like, just creating new and innovative things to like help and try to get with the times. Like, that's the thing, like just getting with the times and keeping them entertained as well.
Yeah, and we allow them to bring their tablets and their iPads and stuff, but most of the time they don't even use it until it's time for pickup. So like the last hour or a half hour of the day, and that's just depending on when their parents come.
Yeah.
What's a normal lunch for kids these days?
Well, we be cooking.
We do.
Like, we be cooking. It's like, for lunch we'll probably do some chicken nuggets and waffles with some corn and fruit with some juice, and then dinner might have like some Alfredo or some spaghetti or what they have, like the beefsteak and rice. Like, they like food.
Yeah.
Like, our kids like food, and that's the thing too. Like, if we wouldn't eat it, we wouldn't give it to you. So it's just like
They
we make
always
sure
get a
you
full
eat.
course meal,
Yeah.
and they get like 2 or 3 snacks throughout the day as well. So
Yeah.
they get 2 meals and 3 snacks.
Oh yeah.
So they eating good.
They eat good.
They be going out the door sometimes when it's time to
I
eat
need my
dinner.
plate.
They be
I
like,
want to take my plate with me. Yeah.
like, let me wrap it up.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
You guys what do you guys do like outside of work?
I assist my boyfriend in his security business. I help him with like payroll, do everything that he needs to do. Shout out to Dog Security Services. But yeah, like I'm very like I do a lot. Like, I do a lot, and I'm a mom of 2.
How old are your kids?
2 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a mom. I'm a godmom to her daughter.
Of Kylie, like the 2-year-old.
We were talking about this earlier. Is for a godmom, does the woman usually pick who the godmom is?
I mean,
Or can your husband pick who's gonna be the godmom?
he can have a say so.
Okay.
I mean, she's been there since the beginning of the pregnancy and the day. Like, they were together. And then my baby daughter's a Libra, just like her too. So it was match made in heaven for the both of them.
Period.
What are some things you learned from having kids?
Patience. Even though I was already patient from working with kids, it's just like they're with you 24/7. Like, you can't, ain't nobody coming to pick them up. Like, you gotta put them to sleep, get them together, everything. Like, but I love it. Like, it's 24. I don't really consider it a job. Like, how people be like, oh, being a mom is a job. No, it's a responsibility, but I wouldn't say it's a job. But it's cool. My kids cool.
They're hilarious.
They funny. They good.
Yeah. I feel like there's a stigma around just like mothers, like just the role of a mother. It's like somebody be like, oh no, she's just like a stay-at-home mom or some shit. But it's like, isn't that like the most important job in the world?
It is.
To raise, you know what I'm saying, more people. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Says
Like-
it is. But at the same time, like, you can't get lost in it either. You still got to know you still got stuff to do too for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people get lost in being a mother, or, you know what I'm saying, they get too consumed in it and they forget, like, let me take some time for myself. Let me go out with my friends tonight, or let me go get my hair done. Let me go get, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to take an hour out of the day and just, like, breathe, even if it's after the kids go to sleep. Sometimes I got to wait till, like, 11, 12 o'clock just to take a moment and be like, okay, like, yeah, let me just get a second before I gotta get ready, go do everything else. But I mean,
Never thought about it like that.
yeah, I mean, you gotta do what works best for you. You gotta.
You can get too consumed in it. Yeah.
Can't get too consumed in it. Like you can't. Like, yeah, you can be there 100%, love them, everything, but you're still, you know what I'm saying, you gotta live for yourself too, as well as trying to help them live for themselves too.
What's the daycare game looking like right now? Is it like competitive? Is it
We don't look
is
at
it
it as
like
competition.
is it like a game? You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no competition because we outside of the box. We think outside of the box. Ain't nobody doing what we doing, so we ain't worried about that. We just trying to get where we trying to get, and we already know where we going.
Yeah,
I ain't even trying to sound cocky, but
Toot, toot. Go ahead, beat the horn. Go
But
ahead,
it's probably
beat the
like
horn.
there's probably enough room for everybody. 'Cause I feel
yeah,
like
I
there's
mean,
a lot of
it
kids
is
out here.
all over.
It is,
People
but
gonna keep having kids.
What makes us different is we have, like, we do special events for kids outside of our daycare, so it's a chance for other people, like, even if you can't get into our daycare, you can still get the experience
Yeah.
over. You still get the experiences. So we do the overnights on the weekends. Sometimes we throw the parties, like, for the kids, strictly for the kids and everything like that.
Yeah.
So it's just like we stay networking, we stay doing
Yeah.
all that.
And
That's
our
so-
events, we get mainly kids that's not even in the daycare.
Yeah,
Really?
'cause
Yeah.
it's full up. Like we're full right now, so this gives other kids a chance. Okay, let me slide in real quick, turn up them, be lit. Like
And they really enjoy themselves.
they really do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love it. Y'all really out here
Yeah,
raising these kids.
it takes a village. It literally does
Oh,
take
so-
a village.
Yeah.
So what's y'all projection?
Well, we want to be back in the commercial building setting. You know, we didn't really touch on the whole situation, but okay, so we are based in Portsmouth. We started off in Portsmouth, but we did get a business. Well, we still have a business license for Chesapeake as well. We moved into the building in Chesapeake, you know, getting it together, you know, getting the inspections done. But you can't get the inspections done until you get the place together. So, you know, you spend the money on that. Then when you get the inspections, it's like, woo, I ain't expect all of
Then
that.
don't forget the hiccups that come in between.
Yeah, so
Don't
all of
forget
that.
those.
And then we looking at the contract, the lease, and we're like, man, this is
limit.
crazy. This is crazy. So now we're thinking of it like, okay, at this point, how do we get out of the lease? So, you know, we talking to the landlord, you know, the landlord not really, you know, responding, giving us what we want. We giving time off of time, but it's like, how much time do we give?
Yeah, and
So-
it's like we kept setting deadlines for ourselves because, we kept setting deadlines for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because we had a waiting list. Like, people literally was waiting months for to get their
Waiting,
kids with us.
We
So
had
it's
social
just-
service calling
Yes,
us,
they
asking
asked
about-
us, can y'all please let us know as soon as y'all ready?
Social
Like,
service?
because
Yes.
people was calling social service trying to go ahead and get their spots in. Because listen, let me tell you, like,
So they have like a contract with them or something?
no, it's when you get your license and everything, you're able to accept DSS kids through social service.
Yeah.
So that's a whole nother. Like,
So the parents that's on assistance through social
Yeah.
service, they get, you know,
Oh, like
money
free
from
daycare.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we get paid through the government.
Yeah.
that way. So,
yeah,
yeah.
it was just another avenue. But
So did you guys ever get out of that lease that you were talking about?
That's why we were saying we couldn't
It's
go
still
into depth.
the process
Right.
still going on. Yeah.
We going, yeah.
like that's just like,
Yeah.
and it's just hard to understand because we still haven't talked to the landlord. Like, She still hasn't called. We sent numerous letters. Like we got our lawyers involved and everything. Like it's just still no feedback, and it's just like nothing. And we're just trying to get closure from the whole situation,
Right.
because it's just like we're trying to move on. Like we got stuff to do. Like we really got people depending on us, waiting for us. You know what I'm saying? So that's what motivates us and pushes us. So it's just like this just needs to hurry up, speed up.
So y'all usually get like overbooked. There's usually kids you have to tell no, or like you have no more room.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why we want to get a bigger space so we can reach not all of them, because we can't get all of them at the end of the day,
So
but
that's what
most of them, as many as we can.
And expand and be in every city if we can.
So there's actually like franchise daycares, like big corporations like that.
Like Montessori and like La Petite, like stuff like that.
So that's y'all's goal,
Yep, that's our goal.
to be
That's our
nationwide.
projection. Yes.
Air 51 in every state.
Yep.
Wow.
Or multiple in every state if we can.
That's what we said from the beginning. Honestly,
Definitely.
everything that's happened to us, we kind of asked for it a while ago, not realizing that we was manifesting, but we was manifesting it.
I love that manifest talk.
And it
Listen,
came.
It literally
came.
did. It is crazy because it's just like it was a blessing, then it came with a storm, but it's like it'll come out with another blessing because it's just like it took us a minute to even find our first location. So
Yeah.
boom, we in it, everything like that. So
And that popped up out of
then
nowhere.
the second one just popped up in our
Did the same
email,
thing.
and it was just like before then, Destiny was just like, I'm thinking like maybe we can do like a ranch style or like something with like an open field. Like she basically said what it was before it even, and then like 5 minutes later or some stuff like that, it just popped up and was like, okay, we're gonna go see it. So we went to go see it, walked through, we pointed this out, we pointed that out, you know what I'm saying? She was just making it seem like it was things that the tenant would have to do regardless. So
And that's the one I seen, right? The second
Yeah.
one. Okay, yeah.
so it's just like, okay, we just gonna get it done. We're gonna do what we gotta do. Manifest it, the money, manifest it, you know what I'm saying? Just like the whole process, like, and it's still a blessing.
Yeah, no. And just on having like a nationwide one, I feel like that would bring a whole new headache. Like, cause think about it, would you like want to like personally interview each single?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Each single
what?
person, or 'cause
Each person
that
we
works for you,
hire.
because you're gonna have people working for you across the country with these kids.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Well, no,
can
not
fly
necessarily us. Not even necessarily us, but somebody that
Somebody
we trust to
got
be able
to
to
be.
do it.
Got
Because
to
we
be.
can't be everywhere. Especially being
We gotta
having
fly out. One of us gotta have to fly out and go see.
Oh,
what's
you
going on.
you're gonna have to probably at least talk to the main person at each
Yeah,
spot.
Or shoot,
definitely gonna
virtual.
be managers or virtual.
That
Yeah.
makes it easy.
Yeah.
Get on the Zoom call. We're going
Yeah.
to chat it up.
How is it right now with like these ones that are nationwide? Is it all like under one, like if one daycare does something that's under that franchise, does that affect the reputation of the
It
whole
probably
business? You know
affect
what
the
I mean?
whole
Yeah.
name as a
Yeah.
whole.
People don't play about their kids, man.
Yeah,
Definitely
they don't.
doesn't.
It's a crazy industry to be in for real, but
Definitely.
yeah, somebody got to do it.
It really is.
Somebody gotta be in the field. Yeah,
Yeah. You gotta have a passion for it.
definitely.
Y'all have any other passions, hobbies?
Yeah.
You got hella flies in here, man. This from you
Look,
last night telling me to
I
open the
don't
door.
play with flies, and I'm trying to keep myself cool. I don't want to act fool on camera. I really am embarrassed myself trying to get a fly.
No, look, we got the mud with it.
Yeah, we just dabble and dabble in a lot of different things.
Uh,
I'm working on some stuff, so just stay tuned for it.
I actually should have brought my slingers. I sell
Yes.
slingers. They're like
Slingers?
Yeah, they're water bottles, but they're squishy and you can pull them out. And you can
Oh,
push
wow.
Yeah,
them
they're
in.
retractable.
Yeah, they got hook. You can put it on you. I should have brought you one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, that's hard. So you guys want to have nationwide business with it?
And we also want to create other things, like we want to have like a skating ring, like just anything kid related. Like we just
Yeah.
want to, like, cause we back in the day, I'm talking about back in the day, like I'm so old.
I mean,
like there used to be a
your
skating
little
ring.
age.
Now it's all the way in Greenbrier or Virginia Beach. Nothing in like Portsmouth or Norfolk.
And they
like,
used to have one
and
in
they did
Portsmouth,
on
and
Airline.
they used to.
They did.
Oh, it was two then, because the other one was by, I think it was down Portsmouth
Hodges Mountain?
Boulevard, over there in
Yeah.
that area. Yeah.
A little bathroom break / fly break. And there's still one more fly in here too. No, but you guys were saying, I think you were saying before we went, like y'all want to open up other things too, not just daycare, like you said, like a skating rink and stuff like that.
Skating ring, a recreational center. playgrounds, just
I ain't
anything.
know if you was gonna say it, so I ain't say it.
I didn't say
What, playgrounds?
I didn't say a type, but just anything that involves kids and entertaining of kids, like
Yeah.
anything in that area. Like we can't say too much because this is literally things that we're working on and trying to get together right now. Like even in the midst of everything going on, we still planning and still, you know what I'm saying, like working towards what that we want.
Any thoughts on just that, like having a plan, like just continuing with the process?
Yeah, you got a plan. You just got to stick with it. You know, it's gonna be obstacles and circumstances that come into play. You just got to get through them because it's always greater on the other side. Even if you know you go through stuff after that, that's still a milestone that you crossed at the end of the day, and it feels great to always be on the other side. So just don't give up. If you give up, you're not gonna see what's on the other side. So why not give yourself that chance to try at least? Because at least you can say you tried, and it's possible you're gonna get there. So.
And business
keep
is
pushing.
not meant for the weak. I'm telling you right now.
Yes,
like,
my goodness.
Emotionally, mentally, physically, financially is not meant for the weak. Like at all.
Yeah, and it's
That's
crazy
like-
that it's set up like that.
Yeah, I said in the last year, I might have cried the most I've cried in my whole life.
Yeah.
And
We
it's
just
from the-
cried.
just from the
literally,
business.
we just cried yesterday. We just cried yesterday.
well, at this point,
I
I
did.
couldn't even
She
cry.
laughed.
It was like I was
She
just
laughed.
hysterically laughing.
She, because it's like, it just broke me all the way down. It's just like, I got a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? Got kids and everything like that. So you're just like, you got to be strong with everything. But when you see your hard work just ripped
Getting
away
tarnished
and destroyed and
Yeah.
just everything else, and it's just not no type of communication.
Wait, because did you see when you came in? You seen the purple room? The library had the light purple lines and then the dark purple lines
Where was that? Like in the building?
by
beside
the kitchen.
Like
That
to the left of it?
purple room, yeah.
Like in the very back? Yeah.
It's gone.
We talking about like the small chairs over there?
where that small couch was at, yeah, that library, the
Yeah.
STEM room, it's
Everything is
white.
just white.
do you mean?
Everything's she painted everything white.
Oh.
Like
We still on the lease.
mind you, we
got the
still
key.
in our lease. We still can walk in there whenever we want to.
But
my
it don't look
my
nothing
dad
like
had
what we
they
did.
didn't have any classroom doors. We got some classroom doors hand built, hand painted. Had our best closest friend Cleo hand
Shout out to
paint murals in there. Like everything is just white now. Like she painted over everything. No more space classrooms. No more. And that just like that took us down like that just
Because we spent so much time
that
on the
time
painting
and
alone.
money. Lowe's, we was in Lowe's every day. Every day.
That really be the worst too. Like when you're doing a job and you forget like one thing and have to run
Man,
to the Lowe's or
Bro,
something.
we
what
went to
I
Lowe's
tell
maybe
you,
4 times a day.
What?
I
The employees
swear.
knew us. We went covered in paint every day.
Yeah.
Every day. We hand painted everything. Like,
Every class.
hand painted everything.
So y'all
And
learn a
it's-
little bit of all these trades.
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
on,
we
too.
learned every day. We know how to do
Backsplash,
plumbing. We know how to do
flooring.
electrical. We
You
know
know
how to
what
do
I'm saying?
HVAC. We know how to do flooring. We know how to do gardening.
We know how to exactly. We didn't have to do it all.
everything. You tell me, I can answer any question
Just
like I'm a
let me know.
landlord out here of a commercial property.
Now y'all got literal blood, sweat, and tears in this. Like you look at your leg right now.
Yeah, not a little
That
bit, a
actually
lot
probably
of.
need some stitches for it, to be honest with you.
She said that. I don't know.
I
why
said, let
she
me get the
didn't-
stapler real quick. I was like, I won't go do that for
But it's like it's crazy how I talk about that with like artists too, and it's like a lot of times it's crazy how it's set up like that, like how the business just gets in your way. Like you just want to focus on your craft or your passion, but it's like you got to deal with this whole other side of things, and it's like that's ultimately why some people succeed more because they might know the business more than others, or but yeah, that's just kind of how I feel like the playing ground is set up right now. It's like you gotta know how to do both. And like it seems like y'all are on top of that, but it's crazy how that's what gives you the headache
when
all
you
the time.
got people depending on you, and not necessarily depending on you, but you know what I'm saying, looking up to you, or you know what I'm saying, just around you, looking at you for motivation, and you know what I'm saying, as inspiration and all these things. Because even though we're 20, 26, and 25, like we got older people that come to us asking us for advice, or you know what I'm saying, like. So we gotta stay strong. That's what we gotta stay strong.
I can imagine
we
y'all are
have to.
inspired by the kids too, though. Like
Yeah,
they inspire y'all.
definitely.
Especially
All the time.
our kids.
All the
Especially our kids. Like
All
when
the
we was
time.
coming in covered in paint, they were like, "Oh, this gonna be in this room, or
Yes,
this color gonna be in this room." Like, yeah, like
you was doing purple, green, blue.
and it was just so beautiful because they went through it with us. Like they waited out. They, you know what I'm saying? Like they were our kids. We were like they a lot forever. Like
You hear them now talking about, we can't wait till Friday. 'Cause,
yeah,
you know, we
like
got
they
the
ready for the
painting.
overnight on
Yeah.
Friday. Like they love being with us. Like they love
Yeah.
staying with us. Like everything. We love them kids. We love all the kids. Like we treat all the kids like they our kids.
We actually had a kid. His dad was dropping him off. He said, "Man, y'all don't know what I went through this morning. I took him with me to do some errands this morning, and he just hollered for about an hour. Take me to daycare. I want to go to daycare." He was like, "Man, I could get here fast enough to drop him off."
Literally,
I love it.
literally. I
So
love
do you
it.
guys have like do you guys have like a timeline or like as far as for the goals, maybe like to get national? Is there like a timeline?
That's as far as like within the next 10 years or so. Like right
Okay.
now, we're trying to work on our next, closing this property, working on our next property, and working on our other project
Yeah,
that we want to work on.
first.
Yeah, first.
So the whole national thing is
Yeah.
kind of a long-term goal.
Future reference.
Yeah,
Not
okay.
too long-term, but
Yeah.
Oh, you got to have those too.
yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
got to have, you know what I'm saying, you got to be able to have something to pay for the next. Like, this thing with money,
Yeah.
like, it ain't no joke. So
Yeah,
we
money
got
run the world.
to, you know what I'm saying, do what we got to do and
Yeah.
do all the other good stuff. But yeah.
I'm kind of in the same spot. I'm trying to get a warehouse for the podcast right now and a few other like ideas that I have,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and it's expensive. I mean,
It is.
You guys know. And
Hey,
It is.
take
and then but your
just
space
stuff
probably
with
is
some-
even more expensive because you have kids, so you probably got to be extra like
Even down to insurance,
clean and right and all that.
like the insurance.
yeah.
You trying to buy or you trying to lease?
Lease. I don't have the money to buy right now for real, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm trying to have a space for the podcast, and I want to have like another podcast set up too for like other people that want to record their podcast,
Okay.
so they can come record and stuff, and
So they can rent it out.
a few
pretty
other
much.
things. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, maybe we can have Daycare Chronicles.
Come rent it out.
But yeah, no, I love it. I love what you guys are doing. I like that you have a long-term goal too, and short-term goals. Yeah, this has been a vibe for. We kind of sign off with this thing. Like, what do you guys want to lead the people with? Nova Daycare. We'll say it right now. It's the hottest daycare.
Period.
Period.
Just stay positive,
Yes.
stay motivated, stay manifesting, stay praying, stay fasting, stay true to yourself, and just when you know what you want, then that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah,
And
and
that's
I would
on
say
period.
put God first. Whoever you believe in, put that first. Because honestly, our friendship, our relationship is built around God.
Literally,
We talk about God all the time, and that's where all these miracles or blessings come from. Most of the time, every time we get a blessing, we just automatically be like, God, oh my
Fire.
God, you know,
like
God.
there's been
Fire.
times when we was in Wendy's parking lot, and just,
Literally,
like,
and it was just like,
like,
we had to park.
the
Like,
car. We had to park the car.
hold
We're
on.
like, hold on, wait a second. Like, is this real right now? Like,
Listen,
even
believe
like,
in yourself.
it's just yeah.
Yeah.
We
Nah,
just
I
had a
love it.
lot of blessings together. Like,
Do you guys have a website?
no, but you can follow us on Instagram
Okay.
at Nova Daycare Learning Center. So yeah,
Yes,
we do have
we
an
have some
Instagram.
followers. We got a lot of stuff up there, so y'all can see the
Yeah.
gist of what we be doing.
Nah, that'll definitely be in the description. Yeah, you got check these girls out. They got a lot of stuff going on. They got good hearts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Check them out. And yeah, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. All their links will be in the description. And
Thank you.
yeah, appreciate you guys for coming on the show.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll catch you next time. Peace.